Hello, my friends, and welcome back to your weekly intention series. Thank you for being here. For those of you who are new, these are short little episodes, little transmissions where I share what's on my heart. I offer out an intention that is guiding me in real present time in the hopes that it can give you gentle focus as well. Because the more and more I do this work and the more feedback I get from all of you, it's remarkable how so many of us collectively go through the same thing at the same time. Not the same thing, but we're experiencing similar emotions, similar challenges together. And so I hope that these episodes help you feel a little less alone and also maybe offer the inspiration that they give me, because they're for me too. Today's intention, this is a little bit of a strange one, so stick with me. It came to me last night. It was a very full day yesterday. We are in the swing of the holidays. So much is going on between the kids' activities and work and holiday stuff and wanting to pack it all in, right? In just these couple of weeks. And I was at my computer ordering a few gifts, and eventually it was like 8:00 and I had to force myself to go upstairs. And I could feel my nervous system on go, go, go mode from the day. And it's interesting because when that happens, it actually takes me a lot of convincing to slow down. I wonder if you felt that way too, where it just feels easier to just do all the things than to slow down. And so I got out my journal, I lit a candle, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to sit. And lo and behold, as I sat there and really got quiet and my nervous system started to settle in such a delicious way, I always forget that it always feels so good. What I saw in my mind's eye was a bare tree with no leaves. And it was kind of the perfect transition from the last intention episode, which was I will let go. And in that episode, I talk about how the leaves fall, the tree releases the leaves and the leaves gently fall. And sometimes those leaves, well, all the time in nature, those leaves compost and they disappear. But sometimes in life, the analogy is sometimes we just have to set things down and come back to them later. And when I saw that bare tree without a leaf on its limbs, it felt like freedom. And the words that came so clearly were, I will be simple. And it was interesting because I went to write that down. I was like, oh, wait, what I probably mean to say is I will simplify. And it was like my whole body was like, nope, 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 nope. That's not what we're trying to tell you. I will simplify is very different. And that's an action. And then there's nothing wrong with that. But for whatever reason, right now, what I'm being asked to focus on is to embody being simple. Like a tree without leaves. How simple is that? The sun hits the branches directly. There's no distraction. There's no weight. It's just so simple. And as I'm recording this, I'm looking out my office window at the bare trees and it's delighting me. When we are simple, we're able to climb out of the collective turmoil that is always present and the distraction of all of that. Especially this time of year, we are met with so much distraction, so much to do. And yet, as I look at these trees out my window, we are being asked to mimic the wider world, to be like the trees, to be so simple. So it can create some tension within our bodies. So if we can take some time to commit a few moments a day, even to being simple, to channeling, to imagining what it feels like just to be that tree without the weight of anything. When we find that freedom for ourselves and we can feel the direct light of the sun and maybe of something even greater than the sun upon us, we can find our fuel. What I kind of see is that channeling down through the trunk into the soil and out into the earth. So we can bring that light down into the collective where we must exist because we have families and jobs and we don't live in caves, like, right? We've got to exist in the real world. So this is all a little esoteric, but let's bring it into real life. Let's bring it into the kitchen where I love to go. I will be simple. What does that mean for you if you bring that intention into the kitchen? I think I've shared this here. I certainly share it in my new book, but one of my favorite quotes is simple pleasures for simple minds. When I bring a simple mind to the kitchen, when I'm just simple, then the pleasure of being in my body and of cooking becomes like an inverse amount greater. Like the simpler I get, the greater the pleasure. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in action, although that can be. Like you can simplify a recipe. Sure. If that's what you need to find and embody being simple, do that. Simplify your recipe. But sometimes it's just a framework, a perception of I'm just going to do one thing at a time. And I'm going to bring my full focus into each task. Simple. I'm going to leave the rest of the day behind. I'm going to shed all of the leaves that I've been gripping onto today so I can just stand in me simply. There are foods, I think, that can help us feel this way. And I think this is different for each of us. So I invite you to explore, like, what just makes you feel really rooted and clear? Clarity, that's the word that keeps popping in. What makes you feel clear? For me, I just had a bowl of chicken noodle soup. And that was certainly comforting, yes, but also it allowed me to shed something. It's a super simple recipe. I'm actually going to be sharing it in January, almost like dead simple. And maybe that's the beauty of it, is it just allows that pure flavor of the chicken and the herbs to shine. Another dish that helps me really feel simple is baking, ironically. Like when I bake really wholesome, yummy, simple baked goods or make pies, which isn't so simple, but which brings me a lot of joy. There's a simplicity. If I bring a simplicity to the process, then there's this level of just being in me and doing it for me. Maybe we could bring that into our holiday baking. If you are one to make holiday cookies and things, maybe we, instead of approaching it with like the shoulds and the musts and the to-dos and all the demands of the family for all the things, what if we just make it really simple? We bring a simple mind. We do one cookie at a time, if that feels good. And we do it without the weight of the conditioning or of the shoulds, but we do it with a simple mind to access more joy and ease and pleasure. I hope this is making sense. I keep seeing that tree without leaves. I will be simple. And it feels somewhat revolutionary to do this right now in the midst of December. And yet it feels so right. I'm just going to keep saying it because I think the action behind I will be simple is going to look so different for each of us. We can start in the kitchen, but also we can, get out into nature and see what's happening around us and know that nature is calling us to do something similar, to shed our leaves, to get quiet, to get contemplative. We're heading towards the winter solstice, the darkest day of the year. What a beautiful time. What a beautiful time to shed everything we don't need that we held on to this year that we're ready to let go of. And to become our simplest, truest selves. It feels so free. So my invitation for you this week is to carve out a few minutes each day, maybe longer, to feel what it would feel like to be simple, to be the simplest version of you without all of the things you have to do or all of the things that are being asked of you. Just spend a few minutes a day, drop your leaves, and just be simple. How nourishing can that be? And can we trust that when we do that for ourselves, we actually access more light? our limbs are more available for the sun to pour in, to seep down, and to spread out to others. Let's commit to being simple together. We can do this. You can find more inspiration in my new book, Mind, Body, Spirit, Food, which is available for pre-order. While the book doesn't come out until January, pre-orders are massively important, but you can also pre-order one as a holiday gift and then just, include a little note that it's on its way. I'll include a link to my local bookshop where they'll be selling signed copies if that's of interest. Another way that you can support this work is by sharing this episode with people that you think might need it. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to go deeper with me, this winter I'll be at Kripalu in the Berkshires for a weekend retreat. You guys, I'm so excited for this. We will be together in community, exploring what it means to transform cooking into a spiritual practice, not a religious practice. By spiritual, I just mean by a practice that brings us deeper into ourselves, by a practice that opens us up to more joy and pleasure and connection. I'll include a link to that as well. In the meantime, remember to nourish yourself with intention and love. Go forth and be simple. I love you so much. Until next time.